What's up, folks? So today I just wanted to reflect on my former hustle bro self and just kind of give my thoughts on hustle culture, toxic productivity, and entrepreneurship, especially when it comes to this like demonization of a 9 to 5, which is very, very prevalent on social media nowadays. So, just a nice little chit chat video. But before we get started, a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. More on them a little bit later. I believe the plan is to go grab a coffee as well, but let me give you just a quick update on how the plant babies are doing. All right, so here's our fig. As you can see, very beautiful. This is a new leaf. This is also a new leaf. That's Jasper. Okay, hi. What? You want some tummy rubs now? You want some attention? Yeah. Next up, of course, we've got the bird of paradise. New growth over there, and just it's doing very well in this corner, so I think I'm just gonna leave it here. Also, somebody told me that like the plants need some sort of like movement, but because I think Jasper goes like really crazy and like hits it with his tail sometimes, maybe that's why like it's giving him some movement. Jasper, hey, come hit the fig with your tail. Yeah, you see how that can happen? Yes. Jasper, do you want to go get some coffee? Let's go. Hello. Would you like to go get some coffee?
Well, look at this plant.
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah, a lot of new growth for the rubber tree as well. Let's go. Oh, hello.
Thank you. Oh, I know these are.
What are these?
These are dodecahedrons.
Are you making this up or?
Oh, it's what they're called, dodecahedrons.
This is like a really nice strip. Like, what is that? An apartment building? Huh.
My husband always watch your YouTube.
Oh, really? What was your name?
Dennis.
Nice to meet you. The guy was like, YouTuber from Edmonton.
Moving to Vancouver.
Yeah. He must have seen like moving to Vancouver vlog or something. That's so funny. Right, so I think it's important to give a little background information on my previous hustle bro status and kind of go over what makes a hustle bro a hustle bro. So hustle bro, boss babe, whatever you want to call him, kind of is that typical 5 a.m. wake up, cold showers, meal plan, work till you die, I'll sleep when I'm dead kind of mentality, usually pretty douchey, listen to a lot of productivity podcasts, etc. And I hate to say it, but that was my life during university, and after graduating, the only time I could get a solid workout in was before my 8 a.m. class. And in order to commute, to work out, to eat, to shower after, the gym, I had to wake up at 4:30. And I wouldn't say there was like this like deep burning desire or motivation to wake up that early. It was just more so being disciplined enough and just understanding that that's just what I had to do. I think a big part of me having this type of mentality is because I wanted to be successful not only for myself, but for my parents as well, who are first generation immigrants who, work very labor intensive, long hour jobs. So for myself, it was never really a question of why I needed to work so hard. During university, I was trying to set up my online coaching business, my in-person training business, as well as start up this YouTube channel and then also transition into my creative business. So I always felt like I was either behind on something or just had so much shit going on. So, having this like jam-packed schedule just kind of became the norm for about 5 years after graduating university. It was just go. There was never a kind of like an empty slot in my calendar. I remember looking back on my previous kind of like how I schedule or time management videos. A lot of it was like really jam-packed. Like I would even like schedule in like every little single detail. And it was just not the healthiest, I want to say. But definitely more recently, I became a lot more efficient with my workflow, just better at time management, and also just taking on an appropriate amount of workload that I can handle. And because of that, my schedule became a lot more lax. And I just remember feeling like this like immense guilt because I was so used to the go and having everything booked in my schedule. When I had free time, it felt as if like I should have been doing more. Although I got everything I needed to do and I was on top of all of my tasks, it still felt guilty to take this time off. But I just remember how backward it was for me to feel stressed about having free time. Like, I thought about it and it made absolutely no sense. Like, why am I stressed that I have free time available? It literally, like, what? And that's honestly a big reason why there was a large shift in my content, because the YouTube self-help niche, although is great and a lot of people get a lot out of it, it's an entire different beast on its own. Like here I am creating content about being stress-free and happy and productive and getting shit done, and then I'm stressing about that exact video, which is just different. I felt this from both the creator's perspective, but also from the consumer, and I just got really tired of watching these like top 5 things you need to be more productive, or top 3 things you need to be doing now, blah blah blah. I just got tired of it. So yeah, that was a little bit of background information on, I guess, my early 20s and starting my different businesses and trying to grow this YouTube channel, and yeah, my former hustle bro status. But I do think that's enough talking for now. We're gonna head to the gym, break a little sweat, and it's gonna be great.
Hey, Jasper. Go get it. Bring here. Come here.
Okay, let's go. Also, you can do assisted pull-ups by helping them like this, back of the ribs, or you can get them to kick their legs up, and they can kick into your hands. Stop. One more. Hi, buddy. Hello. Jasper, come here. Can you sit? Can you smile? Smile.
Jasper,
No
smile.
smile. Okay. Alright, little post-workout greens. Gonna toss in an ice cube. Alright, nice quick little beveragino. Gotta have the ice. So good. So I want to emphasize that I still do believe there is a time and a place in your life to work hard. Like, I mean, like really fucking hard. But I still think there should be balance within that. For example, the BLS Club is gonna be launching very, very soon, so I know that I'm going to have to work my ass off and kind of get into that, you know, hustle mentality. However, it's gonna be a lot more different than the personal training or the creative business that I had. I think first of all, I definitely need to delegate work better and just understand that my time needs to be spent on the main aspects of the business, and some of the tertiary aspects can be offloaded. I definitely do have a difficult time kind of letting go of every aspect of my businesses. So I think it's just about, you know, creating the systems and finding the right people that I work well with and that I trust, so that I can give them some responsibilities. Second, I definitely need to still make time for my loved ones, partner, friends, family, etc. I remember when I first started my personal training business, I was so like tunnel vision into it, both the in-person and online, that I really did not even bother to make any time for my friends or family, just because I just thought that that's what I had to do at an early stage in my business. But I think the more you grow and the more you live, you just understand that no matter how busy kind of work gets, you definitely need to try and emphasize and work on those relationships. Because yeah, with any relationships, if you don't put time into it, it's not going to work out, because they're the ones that are actually going to keep you grounded, even in all this like chaos of your business or your career or whatever you got going on. So I think having those social ties is very, very, very important. And I think by far the most important point and the biggest thing that I've learned is to always make time for self-care, both physically and mentally, because if you are your own business and you start deteriorating, so does your business. And you know, it can just be little things like making time for yourself, continuing with your hobbies, learning new things. And a great way to do that is through the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes. Whether you want to learn a new skill or learn more about the passions that you already have, there are literally classes meant for everyone. There's different topics like illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and so much more. One that I've been taking personally is called Kitchen Confidence, Practical Tips for Cooking Cooking with Intuition by Julie Yoon. As you know, my partner Ryan is a chef. However, he doesn't do most of the cooking at home because he's at work all the time, so it's up to me to kind of fend for myself. So I kind of figure, you know, I should kind of learn a little bit more about cooking just so that I don't have to just eat scraps. So, you know, this class is all about cooking with intuition, learning about salt, sugar, sour, bitter, umami, you know, all these chef terminologies. It's great. They make it super easy to follow along. Everything is very structured. You can follow different modules and there are no ads. They're always launching new premium classes, so you can just kind of take whatever floats your boat. Plus, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to sign up using the link below will get a free 1 month Skillshare Premium. Let me know in the comment section of what kind of classes that you guys will be taking. But once again, a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. All right, so I think now the plan is to get some lunch. Ooh, and I also have to pick up my first round of samples for the second edition of the BLS Club hats. Very exciting. I'm very excited to see them. I know there's gonna be a few modifications that we need to make, but yeah, let's get moving.
Braise some pork and make some... No, I'd braise it here. You're gonna leave her dog.
Yeah, I'm ready to go back to sleep. Oh, bye, buddy. Let's go.
Onward!
What's up? How's it?
Like, also their they improved their website and this, and more business started coming as well, and
yeah,
they'll be back to.
Phone cameras nowadays are so solid that like you don't really need to buy a separate camera. All right, we got the gyro, however you say it, the calamari, the meatball, souvlaki. Thank you. All right, next up, coffee at Revolver. Coffee, Revolver, yes. Also, it's sick because you order in this like random alleyway. This is the bean that we just picked up. Fry hats, some Ethiopian, and then we got some cold brew as well. So I got their sparkling cold brew. Oh. Look at this Pride. Rainbow. Yes. Happy Pride. All right, so just came back from lunch, grabbing some coffee. I also picked up the second round of the BLS Shitty Club hats. So this was actually the first edition. I'm currently wearing the second, and I guess this is kind of like the final pre-production model, except it's not because we still have to make modifications on it. So the only difference is the original one used nylon, and this one is going to be a organic cotton and recycled polyester blend. That way, you know, we're not creating, you know, using virgin fabric. You know, gotta stay on brand and try to be a bit less shitty every time. However, because the recycled polyester doesn't have that much stretch compared to the virgin nylon, they made this just a bit too big. So we are gonna have to make it smaller, but what is this? The buckle, everything still stays the same. Still debating on a couple different facts and whether I want the be less shitty on the inside or maybe on the brim this time. But these should be live by the time everything else goes live. So hopefully the plan is to have, you know, a big, hopefully late summer launch, but we shall see. But yeah, if you guys haven't already signed up for the mailing list, sign up for the mailing list because the drop date would be announced there first. But yeah, I'm just excited to get things up and running because it has been an absolute just journey. Yeah. Does Jasper want some tummy rubs? Turn around. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Hello. Hi. Alright, so to continue on with our conversation, on social media especially, there's this big, heavy emphasis on the romanticization of entrepreneurship, and with that comes the demonization of a 9-to-5 or the traditional workforce. Let me tell you this, the vast majority of people who like to shit on kind of traditional careers are people who have no idea or concept of what it means to have no money. My parents would absolutely kill to have a 9-to-5, an 8-to-4, whatever you call it, but their definition of success is to have a reliable, consistent source of income where they don't have to worry about money, you know, have their paid vacation, have dental and health coverage, and just live a very stable and consistent life. I also understand that I'm coming from a very privileged background as well, where I am, you know, able to pursue the passions that I'm interested in. But I also do understand that in no ways does that mean that that route is somehow better than traditional careers. Don't allow other people to kind of bully you into thinking that you need to be your own boss and like set your own hours and really just glorify entrepreneurship, because it's just not for everyone, and not everyone wants to like hustle every single hour of their day. People are more than happy with just working their consistent hours and having their work-life balance, because I assure you, if you ask any entrepreneur in the beginning stages, they have no idea what a work-life balance is. So to have the luxury to be able to do that while working in your career, so yeah, there's this like entire like privilege that people just don't acknowledge when it comes to people on social media, and just thinking that everyone has the same access on becoming an entrepreneur, because that's not the case. And the people who are making those blanket statements on everyone should be their own boss and like make your own schedule, they usually have no idea the privilege that they have, which is just a shame. So anyways, little rant, but I feel like I should get a second opinion on this. Please introduce yourself to the vlog and what you do for work. Dr. Jasper here.
I'm Ryan. I work as a sous chef in a kitchen.
In a kitchen, which is more or less like a traditional career path.
Yeah.
But I guess the hours are not so traditional.
I don't work a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 is like a thing that it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you work 11 to like 12-hour days, 11 to 11.
Sometimes, yeah.
What's your thoughts on whether going down the like the entrepreneurial route or going down the traditional route, and kind of what you want to do?
Well, I guess like an entrepreneurial thing is like, it's so self-driven.
It is
like you have to be so motivated on this is exactly what I want. You have to come in with an idea, and like for me, like I'd like to have my own restaurant and stuff like that, but also like the stress that it takes to like make your own business survive is another beast. Like it's not like, if you think your work is stressful, like wait till it's 100% dependent on you.
Yeah, and I think it's important to like recognize that like in this stage in your life, like you're not interested in that. You're just wanting to learn and grow within, you know, somebody else's restaurant.
Yeah, like I want to be a part of something great before I create something great.
Yeah,
like I wanna you know, be inspired by somebody before I can, you know, inspire others. And
yeah, and I think for like other people, there's a lot of people who don't go and like start their own restaurant or start their own anything, and that's more than okay.
And like honestly, if I end up being like sous chef of like a number 1, number 2 restaurant in Canada, like that's gonna be more than enough. I won't need to have my own shop.
Like there are ways that you can still strive for things within your own career without having to open up your own entity. Like you can strive to be the best number 2 or the best sous chef or whatever your position is. How has it been like having a partner that doesn't work a traditional job?
It's interesting, like, because your hours are definitely more flexible. Like you can like hit my hours.
I think that's the biggest thing that's worked for us, because if I was to work a 9 to 5 or a consistent day where I had Saturday, Sunday off, because Ryan has like the middle of the week off, it just wouldn't see each other at all. Like yeah. So I guess in that sense, that is kind of like the flexibility that everyone likes to flex about entrepreneurship.
But then that means he's working till 10 p.m. at night.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like a give and take with everything. Like it's not so glamorous as, you know, people make it out to be on social media. And I think it's important to be transparent about that.
It's not gonna...
All right, so next up, I think we're just going to take it easy. We have a dinner reservation for tonight, which is going to be very exciting. It's at like an all vegan place. Are we doing a tasting menu?
No, I think we're just ordering.
We'll see. Just a bunch of stuff. Fine dining, plant-based food, so we're very excited for that. So we'll probably see you guys then. Alright folks, let's do a quick Be Less Shitty Beauty. Get ready with me. Got some new products, very exciting. First starting off with the NARS Tinted Moisturizer. Let's add in a little bit. I should have my laser tomorrow, microneedling with radio frequency tomorrow. So I will not be consuming any alcohol, because if you saw my Instagram stories, the past weekend was a rough one.
It's sangria time!
How we doing, buddy?
I'm yapping.
But yeah, I also want to talk about manifestation. And how do I say this without like offending people? That I am all for being an optimist and having a positive outlook on life. It has been proven that optimists perform better in their careers, in sports. I remember I took a sports psychology course in kinesiology, and they did a study where they compared two groups of swimmers, and they categorized them into having optimistic type personalities versus pessimistic type personalities. And both groups of swimmers were given a time that was slower than their actual time. And the optimists actually got faster in their second round versus the pessimists got slower, or something like that. So I am all for positive thinking. I like to believe that I am generally an optimist as well. But I think when people on social media or like life coaches kind of just use manifestation as their sole pillar in their strategy, it really just, I don't know, it comes off very privileged to me, at least, because anyone that says like, oh yeah, you can do anything you want or you're passionate about as long as you truly believe in yourself and you manifest it and you put it out into the universe, it just comes off very tone deaf. And I can assure you that those people probably did not have to worry about their parents' financial situation or their safety or having food on the table. It most of the times comes from a very privileged perspective, and to assume that everyone can do that is just, like I mentioned, very tone deaf. It just assumes that everybody is starting from the starting line, whereas there are people that are starting way back, further than you ever had. There are people starting in front of the starting line, and it's just not realistic. And I feel like it just puts all the pressure on the individual when there are definitely systems put in place for certain groups of people that hold them back. So to just rely on like manifestation and your own willpower, it's just, it doesn't do it for me. For that, we're gonna go in with our cream products. So contour, highlight, and then blush. A lot of blush. I've been really into the kind of like sun-kissed look, and then I'm just gonna blend all that out with a brush. Recently I picked up some bronzer. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. I wanted to pick up the one from Chanel because I heard really good things, but man, I have been just loving this. I'm just putting it kind of underneath the cheekbones, perimeter on the face. Just gives a nice little sun-kissed look, you know? I'm gonna go on the eyes, kind of like, oh, that was a bit too much. A little bit of lip balm, and that's pretty much it. Fit check. Drippy. Drippy. Never mind, I changed it to my green pants because the black and white was too much. Okay. Like vegan oysters?
Isn't it crazy?
So now this is just glass.
So much drama.
Good. That's the closest thing I've ever had that like tastes like oyster, but I know
I think I prefer that over oysters.
It's like salty.
Some extra vinaigrette, toasted hazelnuts, and fresh coriander.
Yum.
Egg sauce on the top. Underneath you have a leeks confit, and underneath everything you have a lemongrass infusion. Serrano pepper vinaigrette on the top, as well some black bean vinaigrette.
No, it's good. We're good with our...
Are you doing like?
Do you have any inspirational words for the non-vegans out there, or?
Well, I suppose
non-vegan.
like food is food and food's tasty.
Yep.
And if you omit vegan food from your diet,
Yeah.
you're missing out on so many things that could just be like
100%.
a mind-blowing new experience for flavor.
Appreciate vegetables as they are,
Yeah.
and enjoy, I don't know, taking one thing and making and elevating it, as
Yeah.
opposed to like having to do it with meat or something. Like
Yeah.
we just had like 5 courses of beautiful food.
Yeah,
and it's
super
been-
creative. Alright folks, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I think at the end of the day, you just gotta find what works for you. Like, don't feel pressured because you see all these videos on YouTube about the perfect routine or habit hacks or etc. Yes, like work hard, but find systems that work for you. So yeah, just do you, and if you want to make a career change, do it because you want to, not because somebody on YouTube is telling you you need to be your own boss, or someone sends you a DM asking you to join their multi-level marketing. Don't go there. But yeah, once again, a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Make sure you guys use the link below. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and remember
Remember to recycle your plastic cans and glass bottles for deposit money so you can go buy more.
And remember to be less shitty. Thanks, guys.